Right friends, Learning Space welcomes all of you, and why and how, this is for 11th week. Look at the first issue. Scotland is going for a second referendum on independence to Scotland. So here the United Kingdom has got 4 regions. 2 regions predominantly wanted to come out of European Union. The 2 regions are Wales and England. But other 2 regions, Northern Ireland, Scotland, they voted to stay with European Union. But overall, now Article 50 is being triggered by United Kingdom, and within less than 2 years, United Kingdom is going to exit from European Union. Under these circumstances, Scotland is going for independence referendum. Previously, referendum was held in 2014. At that time, around 55% of the people said that they would like to stay with United Kingdom. But now in the changed circumstances, we have to wait and see how the Scotland people will react. The country's first Aadhaar linked cashless merchant solution, Aadhaar Pay. Aadhaar Pay is the country's Aadhaar linked cashless merchant solution. This was launched for the first time by IDFC Bank. Please don't forget the name of the bank, and more than name of the bank, one thing which you should not forget is how exactly it works. To know how exactly it works, what is required is Aadhaar number. So Aadhaar number is required. After that, one can pay the merchant by selecting just bank's name. What is required is Aadhaar number and bank's name. Even your account number is also not required. Name of the bank, Aadhaar number. So you can say basically your Aadhaar number will act as a username and your fingerprint will be password. So your fingerprint will be password. So it is one of the easiest mechanisms as far as payments to the merchants is concerned. So this fingerprint is required and it will be used as password when someone wants to pay through this Aadhaar Pay, which was launched recently, and IDFC Bank became the first one to launch this. Look into the next one. A New Zealand river revered by the Maori tribe. Maori tribe, that tribe belongs to New Zealand, and that river is a sacrosanct for them. What is the name of the river? That is the Wanganui River. So this Wanganui River in New Zealand is a sacrosanct for Maori tribe, and New Zealand Parliament declared it as a legal person for the first time in the world. This Wanganui River was declared as a legal person. That means it will have its own legal identity. So various correspondence as well as its rights can be exercised on its behalf, and the river can be represented at legal proceedings to protect its interests. So if someone talks about Maori tribe, that is New Zealand, and if someone talks about Wanganui River, that is New Zealand, for the first time it got the legal status. At the same time, please don't forget 2 rivers in our country. The rivers are Ganga and Yamuna. These 2 rivers were given similar status by the Uttarakhand High Court recently. So these things please don't forget. Look at the next one. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte overcame the challenge of anti-Islam, anti-European Union rival Geert Wilders to score an election victory. So in the recently held elections of Netherlands, Mark Rutte, the Prime Minister, got the mandate once again, and people expected that Geert Wilders, he will get support because he has taken anti-Islamic stance as well as anti-European Union stance. Nowadays, This nationalism, nativism is taking roots in several countries. Several experts felt that Geert Wilders may get some support, but a big relief for the Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte. And at the same time, this was hailed across Europe by governments facing a wave of nationalism. So, Netherlands, please look into this picture. One side Belgium, other side Germany and North Sea. So, elections were held recently in Netherlands. Right, look into the next one. As per National Health Policy 2017, government promises to increase public health spending to 2.5% of GDP by 2025. So, please don't forget, as per the National Health Policy 2017, government proposes to raise public health expenditure to 2.5% of GDP in a time-bound manner. But the new policy failed to make health a fundamental right. If you look at other aspects, certain important aspects I will tell you, infant mortality rate will be reduced to 28 from 41. At present, it is 41, it will be reduced to 28 by 2019, which looks to be Herculean task. At the same time, under 5 mortality will be reduced to 23 by 2025 and maternal mortality ratio from current levels to 100 by 2020. And at the same time, other aspects also I have given. Here, the life expectancy is expected to be increased to 70 years. And if you look at the terminology, some new words are used here. What is meant by stillbirth? Stillbirth means a baby who is born without any signs of life at or after 28 weeks of gestation. What is the human gestation period? Human gestation period is 40 weeks. So, if a baby is born without any signs of life at or after 28 weeks of gestation, that is known as stillbirth. Under 5 mortality, all of you are well aware, before reaching 5 years, how many babies are dying per 1000 live births. Similarly, infant mortality rate before 1 year, neonatal mortality rate, that is similarly 28 days, within 28 days, and maternal mortality ratio is death of mother while pregnant or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy. It is calculated for 1 lakh live births. Look at the next one. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti spoke about joining CPEC, which passes through Gilgit-Baltistan. India has got serious reservations because this passes through Gilgit-Baltistan region. It is the issue involving sovereignty of our country. Look at the next one. Article 50 bill or Brexit bill is in the news recently in UK. If someone talks about Article 50 or Brexit bill, basically this is the process for United Kingdom to exit from European Union. So, basically Article 50 is the notification of the country's exit from the European Union. Before going into the next one, please don't forget the present European Union is example for single market. Present European Union is example for single market, which allows free movement of goods, services, money and people within the EU as if it is a single country. Look at the next one. European Court of Justice. This ruled that European companies can ban employees from wearing visible religious signs. So, when you look at companies' freedom versus employees' fundamental human rights, here the European Court of Justice ruled in favor of the companies. So, the companies can ban the wearing of visible political, philosophical or religious signs. Various types of religious signs I have listed here. Look at the next one. Lok Sabha passed Maternity Benefit Amendment Bill 2016. Here the maternity leave for 2 children increases from 12 weeks to 26 weeks, and for commissioning mothers also 12 weeks leave would apply. And another important regulation is every establishment with more than 50 employees or which employ more than 30 women need to provide crèche facilities. Look into the next one. Upgraded version of BrahMos cruise missile was tested by DRDO. You may have a doubt what is meant by BrahMos. This is the cruise missile developed jointly by India and Russia. India and Russia jointly developed this. Previous range was 290 kilometers. Why it was 290 kilometers? Because 300 kilometers was the limit for the countries which are not members of missile technology control regime. And please recollect, India joined as member of missile technology control regime. Now this can be extended, and as such recently India tested upgraded version of BrahMos cruise missile up to 450 kilometers. Right? So look into the picture. Then the next news item is the website of Indian Computer Emergency Response Team CERT-In was down for 3 hours because of DDoS attack. What is this CERT-In? CERT-In is Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. This is under the Department of Electronics and Information Technology, and this is the national nodal agency for responding to computer security incidents as and when they happen. So it is the national nodal agency for responding to computer security incidents, and recently it was down for 3 hours. What is the reason? The reason is a massive DDoS attack. What is DDoS attack? DDoS attack is distributed denial of service attack. What is distributed denial of service attack? It is the technique commonly used by hackers to flood a website with requests sent from hundreds of thousands of compromised computers from across the world. So here 2 things, please don't forget what is meant by DDoS attack and what is meant by CERT-In. Reliance Jio and Paytm apologized for using Prime Minister's photograph without permission. Here more than this, what I want to convey is there is one act. The act is Emblems and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act of 1950, and recently Reliance Jio and Paytm used the Prime Minister's picture for their advertisements. So this violates this particular act. So section 3 of the act provides that no person should use or continue to use any name or emblem for the purpose of any trade, business, calling or profession without the previous permission of the central government. So this particular section was violated by both the Paytm as well as Reliance Jio. And here the violation is punishable with a fine just rupees 500. So there is a need for amending this act with more and more fines. Look into the next one. NASA detected India's Chandrayaan-1. Please recollect, Chandrayaan-1 is the spacecraft which India launched in 2008. In the year 2009, specifically on August 29, ISRO lost communication with Chandrayaan, and now scientists at NASA stated that they found the spacecraft still circling some 200 kilometers above the lunar surface. Right? So India is going to launch Chandrayaan-2, please don't forget, and at the same time Team Indus is going to launch its mission, that is the private space mission of our country, which is going to be launched shortly. Let us look at the next one. A 7-judge bench headed by the Chief Justice issued a bailable warrant against sitting Calcutta High Court Judge C.S. Karnan, basically for denigrating the judicial institution. What he has done? Please look into the chronology. Please go through this. I am starting from February 2016. In February 2016, he was transferred to Calcutta High Court, and on his own. What is the meaning of suo motu? Suo motu means on his own. He stayed the order, and his order was later stayed by the Supreme Court. So, what happened when he was transferred to Calcutta High Court? He himself stayed the order of the Supreme Court, and subsequently the Supreme Court asked him to appear to explain why contempt proceedings should not be initiated. And later on, the Supreme Court issued a bailable warrant, and this is for the first time ever that a sitting judge has been issued with a bailable warrant. Look at the next one. Parliament passed Enemy Property Amendment and Validation Bill 2016. In fact, several times ordinances were issued as the Rajya Sabha could not pass this bill. And this is Enemy Property Amendment and Validation Bill 2016. In fact, it amends Enemy Property Act of 1968. There were some loopholes, and those loopholes were plugged. So, here it ensures that the law of succession does not apply to enemy property. So, here there cannot be any transfer of property vested in the custodian by an enemy or enemy subject or enemy firm. We discussed about this in the newspaper editorials almost 2-3 times. Look into the next one. South Korea's Constitutional Court removed President Park Joo-hye, and this is over a graft scandal, and here her associate Choi Soon-sil resorted to some illegal practices, and because of which the president was impeached, and now the Constitutional Court ratified it. Initially, a few weeks ago, Parliament voted to impeach her, and now ratification is done by Constitutional Court, and now Park is out of power, and she is facing allegations of conspiring with her friend Choi Soon-sil. Look into the next one. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is experiencing an unprecedented second straight year of mass coral bleaching. This 2,300 kilometers of this Great Barrier Reef suffered its most severe bleaching last year. And what is the most probable cause? The most probable cause is warming of the sea temperatures. So, you can say this climate change is the main reason. Because of climate change, this warming of the sea temperatures occurred, and this is the predominant reason for the bleaching. Right? So, Great Barrier Reef close to Australia, please don't forget. And this is the world's largest coral reef. At the same time, it is a World Heritage Site, and here there are 4 reasons broadly, and the present reason is increased ocean temperatures due to climate change. Normally, coral bleaching occurs because of 4 reasons. And in the particular case or in the instant case, this occurred because of increased ocean temperatures due to climate change. So, this is zooxanthellae algae. When the temperatures warm up in the oceans, then this zooxanthellae algae will be expelled, and hence corals will lose its color. You see, this is before coral bleaching, and this is after coral bleaching. And look into the next one. As per recent National Family Health Survey 4, institutional deliveries increased from 39% to 79%. This is the most positive sign. right. So, here this important aspect is institutional deliveries, deliveries in the hospitals or under the supervision of registered medical practitioner who is authorized to supervise childbirth. So, this increased from 39% to 79% within 10 years, and Kerala tops the list in institutional deliveries at around 99.9%. Look into the next one, unicorn. This is the term quite frequently in the news, and unicorn companies, please don't forget, these are the startup companies with $1 billion plus market valuation. So, the valuation of these companies, when it crosses $1 billion, and they must be startup companies, they are only called unicorn companies, and examples I have given here: Flipkart, Snapdeal, Ola, Paytm. USA President's National Trade Policy Agenda 2017, it stressed 4 important aspects. Why I listed these 4 points is to know about the mood of newly elected President Donald Trump. It defends national sovereignty over trade policy, strict enforcement of USA trade laws, negotiating new and better trade deals, using leverage to open foreign markets. So, overall, this document also rejected multilateralism. So, multilateral deals as far as USA is concerned appears to be facing difficulty in future. Look into the next one. IndusInd Bank said that it opened escrow accounts of Iranian banks through which customers can route their trade payments. This escrow account, other one is nostro account. What is meant by escrow account? Escrow means yours. Here you see, escrow account in this particular case refers to holding of your money, that means Iranians' money in Indian bank. So, here IndusInd Bank opened the account on behalf of Iranian banks, so the trade transactions can go on. This is escrow account. If on behalf of Indian banks, if any account is opened in Iran, that will be nostro account. So, the meaning of escrow, nostro, please understand. So, basically these are normally used for trade payments. Sentinel 2B spacecraft was launched by Europe, and please don't forget, this is the ambitious program of Europe. This is a multi-billion euro program. This is a Sentinel series. Sentinel series is basically Earth observation program of Europe. Please don't forget, right? I listed various aspects. In detail may not be required, but please understand, this Sentinel program is basically Earth observation program. This is multi-billion euro program of Europe. Then look into the last one. Private rocket firm SpaceX has successfully launched a rocket carrying a cargo ship for the International Space Station. If someone is talking about SpaceX, this is the private space firm in United States of America, and it is the pioneer for reusable rockets. Please don't forget, reusable rockets. It is developing. In fact, it started. So, reusable rockets is the goal of this SpaceX firm of United States of America. This is basically private space firm. Please don't forget. And Elon Musk is the founder of SpaceX. This is one aspect. And another important aspect is our ISRO also conducted one experiment which is known as reusable launch vehicle technology demonstrator. Basically, this is the experiment which ultimately lead to the development of reusable rockets just on the lines of developed by this SpaceX. At the same time, please don't forget, the name of the rocket developed by SpaceX is Falcon, and Long March is the name of the rocket of China. So, these things please don't forget. We came to the end of why and how. So, Please do join for other modules and capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.